Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Zebra. Run left.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Flying 90.
52's the mic. Focus, defense, focus.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Man open right side. It's the tight end play. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to have to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Big ass. 40. Gun. Alert.
Check your hot read. 80 weapon. Wahoo.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
14.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Check three. Check three. Check three. Be alert. Be alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Football team.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Alert, 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 alert.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
That is caught inside the 5. 23 yards the pickup there.
This passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Leads to second and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Go, go, go.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
They'll try to run with Carson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joseph now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Blue ready.
Okay, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Even.
Pick it up, D. Check 3. Check 3.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
53, 55, 55.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
I got him. Oh, flip it. Tommy. Pick the edge. Go. Hey, stop. Let's go. 25. Let's go.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense. 19. Defense.
Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Buying time to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Green 80. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and goal. Wilson. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Mike 52. Watch the curl. Watch the gun. 4 down. Check. 52. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Go, go, go. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island.
Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive, remember we talked with the offensive line, and one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. If I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me, often that opens up enough space for him to go.
Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
And Winston lost the football. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 3rd and long for Winston. He's got Adams on the hookup. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. But it'll be second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. Flush to his right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards on the ground. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Rosas now to add the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things.
And got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Green 80! Here we go. 12. Stop right there. Hot second. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Dancing to his Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be Packer football.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Black 22. 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working out of the gun, Winston. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Hey, let's get it for first. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Buco team. Mike 58, right there. You must be dreaming. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. We got double up, double up.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Flag. What is that? What is it? Screen. Got the screen. 29 is the mic. Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. Keep bringing it. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted But it winds up falling incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I don't even know why his team showed up. Sit. Watch twins. Check. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did. No, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
What? 380. 52. I got you, pump. I got listen. Front left. Banjo. Hey, alert. 52, Mike, 52. Silver. Hey, 0. Tighten up.
Throwing again here. Wilson steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
That one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again.
58, right up. Mike, 58, right there. Ready? 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
4th down. Here's Wilson. He's got his man. It's Butler. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
One left.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. LaFell's got it for a Chiefs touchdown. Brandon LaFell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Ready. Black 25.
54.
Let me go.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our round. Shoot.
Hey. 5 on the 50.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, 5-0.
They go to Johnson again.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Oh, he goes up top. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. 58, boys. 58.
I'll go special.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You have up. You're not ready.
Hey, 0.
58 to Mike.
Good touch.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Johnson going right. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
No. Tight dog.
Let me go.
Check. Crunch.
Let me go.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Touch 50, touch 50. Gun.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Carson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. Joseph now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Back to the behind. Wait. Let's go.
The first down throw for Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Brian Allen. Stills the intended target. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Yes, 12.
52, right 52.
Yes, 12.
Kill. Turn up. Kill, turn up. Watch out.
Touch 50.
On 1st down, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Travis Benjamin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready. White 25.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Rip right.
Let me go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
49. Let's convert. Even. And turn it up.
Winston from the gun on third down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now Winston. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Mike 29. Check pass. 29 is the Mike.
Throwing on second and long. Winston looking deep for Adams. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be third and forever.
29 is the Mike.
Hey, stop. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Check 99.
Now Winston on fourth down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Mike.
40.
58, right over there.
Hey, alert.
Right there. Hey, here we go. Deuce. That's.
Alert.
Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
52. Drop deep.
On first down, Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. They'll give him a yard on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any back.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The kick by Joseph is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got three. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Off the play fake. Winston. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Winston. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. To throw is Winston. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Wide, get wide. Wait. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Tackles. 29 is the Mike.
Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Easy. Easy.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And that's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, Packer pressure, and down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now it's Wilson. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they have the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
36 power.
58. 58.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, call on the wrist.